Once we've registered all of our serial numbers for the Autodesk Moldflow 2012 product licenses, we're ready to configure those licenses in Flex License Manager. The big difference between Autodesk Moldflow 2012 and previous Autodesk Moldflow products is that Moldflow is now a direct Flex supported program. It no longer utilizes the Autodesk Moldflow proxy component. So we'll be just configuring the licenses in Flex and you'll be set to go. So first what we need to do is we need to create a directory in which we will store our license files as well as the debug files in such a way that they will not move. I recommend doing this in the installation directory for the License Manager, which can be found at C, Program Files, Autodesk Network License Manager. As the License Manager is now a 64-bit installation, it doesn't matter if this is a 32-bit machine or 64-bit machine, the placement of the License Manager installation will be the same. As you can see here, I've created a folder entitled it License in this directory. And in this folder I will put my license files as well as the debug file. This ensures that the licenses and the debug will not be moved. Theoretically you can put them anywhere, but this is the easiest place to place them. Next we'll create a debug file to put in that directory. A debug file can be easily made by simply opening up a blank notepad which can be accessed at all programs, accessories, notepad. Simply do a file, save as, change the format to all files, specify a name, in this case we'll call it debug.log, and then browse to the location that you'd like to place it. Again, in the directory that we created within the installation directory, and we'll save that. You can now close this file, and we'll start the configuration process by opening the LM Tools by going to your Start menu, All Programs, Autodesk, Network License Manager, LM Tools Utility. On the Service License File tab, ensure that the Configuration Using Services option is checked and navigate to the Config Services tab. In here, specify a name, which can be anything, and then follow the instructions to each of these paths. Initially the LMGRD, which can be found in the installation directory for the License Manager. Now browse to the license file that you've placed within the directory here. And finally, browse to the debug log that we created. Once we've selected those three paths, simply check the box for Use Services as well as Start Server at PowerUp and save the service. When prompted, say yes. Finally, all you need to do now is go to the Start Stop Reread tab and choose the option to start the server. You'll be prompted below that the server start was successful, and now you can check on the status of the licensing by performing a status inquiry. This will indicate the port with which it's using, as well as the license files that are available. First, find the correct host name. As you see here, this is the host name for a separate server that we have available. So I'll browse down to my own. This is my machine, so it indicates the path of the license that I chose, combination 2.lic, indicates the version of the License Manager that I'm running, 11.9, and indicates the licenses that are available, the number, and the product codes for each. Once you have this data, you're up and running.